everybody. Welcome to Moving Forward with Audrey, your healing podcast. I am Audrey. I so today's topic, and then I'll explain why I've been away from podcasting for a couple days. Today's topic is sacred silence. Sacred silence. It's also sacred stillness and silence. Sacred silence and stillness. So we will, okay, let us get comfortable. We're going to do a breathing attunement. We're going to do an affirmation. And then we will discuss the topic. So allow you, if you have to take care of biological things, do it now. Or no, this is a podcast. You can come back later. So meanwhile, for the breathing, make sure you're wearing something comfortable where you can breathe, not something tight. If you're in a place where you can take off your shoes, please do so. Loosen anything that's tight so you're comfortable, so you can have your back straight, propped against something, and your head upward on your neck facing forward, but not rigid. Okay, now we're going to do easy. We've been doing easy ones so we can all do them and make them part of our everyday practice. This is a way to live, not a once in a blue moon or purple moon or fuchsia moon kind of thing. This is a way to live, to realign your energy, to up level your frequency, which is the absolute name of the game these days, raising up our frequency and living at higher frequencies consistently. Now, so, as I said, breathe from your diaphragm. You could put your hands on your heart. I'm not going to move my laptop or I'll lose whatever we've already recorded, and I'm not doing that. But you can put your hands on your heart. I usually put right hand first, then left hand. Your attention will go where your hand is. And so you take in a nice, slow, deep breath. Count of 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold to the count of 6, 2, 4, 5, 6. Exhale to the count of 7, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Breathe at your own pace. Notice how you feel. Notice where your energy is. Are you feeling more peaceful? Are you feeling more you, whatever that might be? Is there more silence and space and calmness within yourself? Keep doing these practices. You feel your energy getting enhanced. Keep doing these practices. The stuff will happen. You have to do the practices. Now, our affirmation for today. An affirmation is a statement of power and intent and action using the I, me, my. It's your affirmation. Use the present tense so it's here and now, here and now, here and now, here and now. And that's what we have, here and now. I transform and evolve every single day, and I bring that transformation to other people and the planet. I transform higher every day, and I bring that transformation to others and the planet. I transform higher every day, and I bring that transformation to others and the planet that choose it. If they don't want it, they don't have to have it. If you choose it, there it is. And, the frequency stones are over there, and I don't feel like crawling. So tomorrow I will maybe, oh no, my paintings are on the wall. I'm not sure what I'll do. I'll show frequency stones, or maybe I'll take one of the small paintings off the wall, because I can reach it. And they're small. They're cute. They're small. I still have two of them. Anyway, so I would like to get to the point where I'm doing one podcast a day, maybe for at least 4 days. So I have 4 new podcasts every week. I might do more, but I took a few days off, and our topic today is sacred silence, sacred stillness. Sacred silence and sacred stillness, however you want to say it. I like both alliterations, so I'm using both. I have a very busy mind. I have a creative mind, and usually, although now and then not so much, I have an intelligent mind. I have a very metaphysical mind since I'm a kid, before I knew what it even meant. And for me to be still takes something. I also have a quietness within me from the get-go. I was a quiet child. I am doing the show with the way it's given to me, but I am going to talk about why sacred silence is so important. And they told me this is the time, people, to be releasing whatever stuff inside of you or your life, attitudes, behaviors, belief systems, ways of being, any of that, to shift that, transform it, reintegrate it in a new way as we shift to what many of us are either calling or relating to as the new earth. I'm going to call it the new frequency, although it's existed before, but now it's becoming, hopefully, but it's becoming the new earth. Many healers and others are talking about that there are bazillions of earths that change every millisecond constantly, and we're constantly choosing and being where it is, and it's our energy, not just our words, although it's that also, that takes us where it is. Many people can say, I want to be on the new earth, which is one of peace, cooperation, allowance, clean energy, negotiating with one another, no cheating, no lying, not just money, that's gone. It's on a whole level. What your contribution is, dealing with who you are. This is the earth I choose. This is the earth that I have been in my own self doing my best to be living on for many years, in the midst of all this other, where we all are much more intuitive, because that is opening up for us people. So allow it. And so there's also a lot of astrological shift going on, right? I am not going to go into that right now. I may another time. I have somewhat in the past. And it's a rare person that isn't being triggered into something. So who do you become? What are you doing? And with that is things. I don't think that Three Eye Atlas is a comet. I do not. I remember I tuned in on it some little while ago, and I saw that there was some kind of consciousness within it. I didn't say it was a person, and I still feel there's some kind of consciousness within it, and What is it here for? Okay, so it's here to help awaken consciousness, and it does send out energy, and it's here to help. And for people who immediately go into fear about any of this, my one of my questions for you is, why do you immediately go into fear? What about curiosity? What about interest? What about what new is happening? How can I help it? How can it help me? What is this? Rather than fear or terror. People, if that's what you go into right away, start looking at how you respond to life and what you think life is and who and what you think you are. I mean, I teach that we're made of light. Do we have to do our best to access it? Yes. So, I'm going to come back to why I didn't do a few shows for a few weeks. A lot of my stuff is coming up, and I am absolutely allowing it. So, although I am definitely not going to tell you specifics because that's my life and that's personal and sacred, and there are other people in my life, it's my life, and so this privacy is sacred. But what I will tell you is, in terms of some of my own behavior and blah blah blah, that it's not just releasing now. It's also reintegrating in whatever you can with stuff that maybe you won't be able to thoroughly release and just be this light shining, which is what I have been attempting. That may not be the way that it's going to be because there's so much stuff. And I'm an empath, so I often, sometimes, end up processing other people's emotions also because I'm just there and sopping it up, being this little Cancerian spongy thing, simply if you're using that as a paradigm. And yes, in both Vedic and in Western astrology, I am born under the sun sign of Cancer, different placings. And in Vedic, it's my ascendant is Pisces, and in Western, my ascendant is Aries. And so, what I have been, oh, the guy with the truck that goes around huevos, which means eggs, and other stuff. Anyway, okay, I apologize, by the way, for this very annoying buzzing sound in my laptop. At some point, I will again take it to the laptop place, but not lately. But so I apologize for that. And anybody who chooses to support this station, yes, then I can have it more readily fixed. Thank you. Anyway, so some of what I have been looking at and releasing, and this has not been easy. This is challenging. These are not my favorite wonderful aspects of self. Some people call it the shadow. The shadow is if you refuse to look at what's there, as though, oh my gosh, horrible, meh. And do I like this? No. But here we go. Here is some of it. Meanness, veniality, Veniality. Yo no sé cómo se dice esto en español, but that's it in English. Veniality, fear, anger, jealousy, rage, judgment. I am in the process of clearing my sometimes tendency to judge. And if you're asking, how can I do these affirmations and these healings and still have that? Because I too am a spectrum, so to speak, a third dimension into fifth and higher. And I'm still on this earth realm, people. I still eat food. I still need to exercise. And I fell, what was it, 2 weeks ago, something? And I don't like falling down. I walk pretty fast. I learned to walk fast in the city, which means New York. And I did that because some of the city smelled so horrible I couldn't stand to be on those streets, so I'd whiz by them. And I have an Aries ascendant, so I can do that, by the way. And I'm born the year of the water horse. So when I need to move fast, I do. And I like it when I'm in that mode. By the way, the Cancerian goes slowly. The Aries, And if you use the Pisces ascendant from Vedic astrology, in that my moon is Leo. In Western, it's my moon is Virgo. So different. So and either one, I get some bit of fire, although different when it's the moon and when it's where's the other one? The ascendant. Anyway, so let me go on. So I'm also releasing judgment. I'm releasing fear, reintegrating it, releasing not good enough, releasing uh, failure, releasing being a disappointment, releasing harming others, releasing what am I leaving out? Releasing being a disappointment, releasing nasty mouth. Oh, I could have a nasty mouth. I have to watch my mouth, and sometimes if I'm upset, words will come out of it, and I'll be apologizing as the words come out of it. And if you say, why don't I control it, when that's the space, and I'm apologizing because, and do I know those words? Obviously I do, because out of my mouth they are coming. And um, so I couldn't do a podcast when some of that energy was right there, because this podcast is a healing podcast. And when I do it, I lift my frequency first. Yes, I do. And when I'm in that, that's still kind of a little more of the background. So I'm a little further in the process of, I don't even know if it's releasing or reintegrating with what I am and taking it to a higher level, because there's so much shift going on. I'm not even sure I can distinguish all of it in words. And if someone said they could, I'm going to laugh, because if all someone gets from this is words, you're not getting it, because it's energy and frequency and movement. And if you see any of my paintings, which, boy, if you want something gorgeous, get some of my paintings. Really, buy them. Or don't. I mean, I'm surrounded with them because I make them. Well, myself and spirit make them. Um, and it's energy frequency. So in terms of other energy, I am realigning or getting realigned and participating with it. Do I know what it's going to be? It's going to be higher. Is this always easy for me? No, it is not. And then, as I said, I tend to walk fast. And I like it when I'm in that mode. It's like, it's fun. And I could be doing an affirmation or a mantra or whatever inside myself. And some of the streets here where I live are awful. They're broken, they've got things sticking up, and I wear sandals. I'm in Costa Rica, that's what I wear. And I'm not going to wear covered shoes. Blech, I don't like that. And sorry. And somehow I fell. I tripped on whatever it was, and I could normally kind of catch myself, but no, I went down. I hit, what did I hit? I hit my left knee, I hit my right elbow, and I thought I might hit something else. And if and when I fall, and I have a few times, because as I said, I tend to walk a little bit fast. And these streets are not particularly made for it. And the pace here is much slower. It's not like New York City, where you can walk and move, and it's different. It's different. Or Florida. And I don't race. And heaven knows the younger people, and I'm an older person given the realm of our population. Do I think I'm old? Yes, no, because I know in terms of possibility, this isn't old. But in terms of the ages that many people live to in this day and age, both in the United States and in Costa Rica or wherever, it is certainly older and senior in terms of those numbers. But in terms of the possibility of who we are, it is not. It is young. So retweak. Anyway, so I fell. Two guys were coming to pick me up, and I said, wait, because I let my body kind of knit, KNIT, itself together, and I can feel it, I can sense it, so I allowed. And then I said, okay, when it was ready, otherwise it's too abrupt. It could be hurtful to the person, not just me, whomever. And then I kind of got my footing and moved along. So what I discovered, this was a surprise, that I had pains in my right shoulder and arm. So sorry to say, I have been healing. Okay, I have been healing, and I just started this morning again with my exercise class with the amazing Windsor. I could barely do anything. I've not been able to do it the way he does it from the get-go. But what I could do right now, nah, because this hurt, that hurt, and the other hurt. Not a huge amount, but enough for me to go, ooh. And he said, don't push through it, so I'm not. Let it heal more, so I am. So I'm processing these emotions. I'm feeling how I'm feeling. Other stuff is coming up. There's good stuff. My life is good. Really understand this. But there's these feelings. I'm an empath. The guys don't want me to discuss politics on this podcast, but if you have any clue about me, do you think I like everything that's happening all over? Nah. And so I have to let that go and create peace, because my job, my joy of being, why I'm here, what I'm meant to do is send out light. You can't send out light if you're not the light, so I have to be the light, not just code it over and underneath is yuck. That's a no, which is what a lot of people do. Check yourself. Are you doing that? Or do you go to the deeper level processing? And I know, oh my God, I laughed at this when I first heard it, that a lot of men in the past, I'm not going to say now, okay, however you want to interpret this, don't want to use the word therapy or deal with emotions. It's like, oh my God, no. So now the term, which became popular a little bit ago, is unpacking. So are you in the midst of unpacking stuff? Please be so. Make peace with, learn. Why were you mean? Why were you jealous? How did that help you? How did that hurt you? What could you do with it? Who else has done it? Rather than judge it or yourself, see what it did or did not do for you. Why is it there? And then, do you need it? And if you don't, let it go. You don't have to hold on to it. You don't have to come to some ultimate conclusion and decision. You don't have to decide who is right and who is wrong, because everyone's going to, not everyone, but most everyone will think they were right, because they see, most people see things through the film of their ego. And it's usually some kind of distortion within the ego. The ego is not the wholeness of who we are at all. The soul essence is. And if somebody doesn't do stuff to help them operate from that, and that means any of us, that includes me, that includes your teachers, that includes everyone. And if someone is operating strictly from ego, there's a missing, because that is not the whole thing at all. And I know a lot of people say that the universe is made of math. I have never felt it that way. But then again, I'm an empath. I'm a feeling person. I can do math, all right, maybe not physics math, but most of the math they teach at school, I can do all that stuff. It's not like it was my favorite. It was my sister's favorite. I liked English. And for me, the universe is made of, it's like vibration, feeling. And that can maybe be broken down into math. But that's not how I experience it. That's not how I feel it. It's not how I relate to it. Others do, and they're brilliant. Oh my God, do you know Robert Edward Grant? Holy cow. Amazing. But I relate differently. I learn from that. How do you relate? How are you dealing with stuff? Now, the reason for sacred stillness, for a person to really grow, and I got this from hearing podcasts from Edgar Cayce, and if you don't know who Edgar Cayce, Edgar, Edgar Cayce, the correct spelling is Cayce. Some of the stuff you'll see on podcasts, completely wrong spelling. Cayce is Cayce. He was called a sleeping prophet. He passed away in 1940 something. I forgot what. I was I was a baby. Um, Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So, what he said, according to the podcast that I saw, is we all need silence. At least 20 minutes, sacred silence every day. Not where you're doing a podcast, not where you're meditating, not where you're thinking, not where you're building something, not where you're looking at a candle, not where you're doing affirming, nothing. Just quiet. No one around, not the TV on, not a podcast, not nothing. And that if we do that, and I'm going to start doing that because I don't do that. I do meditations, I do breathing attunement, I do that. But I'm also saying something. I'm not just necessarily nothing. Um, I'm going to start that. I'm going to start it tomorrow. And see what happens, because according to this, that's how you really hear the Creator, the higher dimensions. You start to shift into a whole other way of being. And so that is really important, and that's what we need now. We don't need any more ego, and we certainly don't need distorted ego. And distorted ego can become psychopaths, sociopaths, okay, any of that kind of thing. Egotistical, whatever. It could be the most insecure, it could be a masochist, the other side of some of that stuff. Neither of it is healthy, neither of it do I recommend. So, find silence. Start allowing yourself, if you're ready, do the breathing attunements that are on this podcast every day. Do the affirmations. Feel them. Let them become part of whatever it is you think you are. To me, we're beings of light, because I saw that when I had the near-death experience, and then as a psychic clairvoyant, I know that as a third-dimensional person. That part doesn't know it, but the other part knows it. So start cohering your various different parts and ways of being and aspects of self. Now is the time. And in terms of, I do feel our species is coming through this time. It is a time of you, me, us, really choosing who we are. You can't blame anyone anymore. Well, you could, it's not going to work. But you choose who you are. I choose who I am. Live the life you choose to live. Be the person you choose to be in your deepest heart. Allow that. Thank you. So my appreciations is that you're here with us. Thank you. And my gratitude, oh yes, thank you that you're here, that you're growing, that you're evolving in your own life. Thank you. Now, please do like or love, even more, like, love, share, and subscribe to this podcast. Apparently, that is a way to get on the algorithms and then get funded, which would be really cool, because there's so much more I would love to bring to you, and some of it requires some financial investment. So if you like this, if you're growing, if you'd like to see it fancier, I've got art. That's in the gallery. But the computer's here. And allow that. You can sell it to me. My phone number is in the podcast, or go to my website, AudreyNow, AudryeNow.com. If you wish to email me, it's AudreyNow, AudryeNow@gmail.com. Bless you, and you can Zelle to 917-494-0628. Goddess Heart. Thank you. Blessings. Be well. Love yourself. Laugh. Enjoy. Thank you.